Very good morning to you again. Desiree, can tell you that proceedings will get underway anytime soon from now. But as you can see behind me, the gallery is full with community members, families as well are here to actually come and witness these proceedings that are just about to get underway. But let's just perhaps speak to family members of Jostina Sangweni here, specifically the father who is in this court as well. Tate Sangweni, re lebogana kwa ga o re tlhalosetse tle gore jwale ka ntate ntse le jwang le tiamatla kwa gae.
Hayi amanda akhona wona kodwa ke esicela nje thina umthetho awuthatha indima yawo.
Okay. All right. Go me seo sengwe se le gore motlhong o se lebeletse nje ba postpone molato ba postpone le magama raro ga ke gopola ga botse ka makala bathata a metsi a le gore a bone mo court ke eng se le gore motlhong o se letetse le gono ka mo court
silindele nje umthetho indima yawo thatha umthetho konke le besukumele kwamanzi kudlulile namhlanje sicela umthetho uthatha indima yawo usebenze ngabafowethu laba ababenze lo.
All right. Son-in-law Jabu Moahi, the last time you spoke, you actually told us about how the country needs to take seriously the issue of mental illness, and just talk to us more about that.
I think it's worrying that ever since the case started, I haven't even seen government starting to speak about mental health in a more serious way, in a more that is educating communities, because the whole case hinges around that. Yes, there's GBV around the case, there's hatred and all those things, but the lack of information about mental health from all of us as a society is the root cause of this. And so we need to see government standing up, fighting mental health as they do with coronavirus. They're doing an exceptional job with coronavirus. I think mental health is the second coronavirus in our society. If it's not stopped, we're gonna be burying people day in, day out as a result, because we are ignorant. Every time when a person is mentally ill, we label him as bewitched, mad, and all those things. Those labels goes too far at times, because I might hate you and decide that I can call you a witch. Remember, it doesn't need proof. It's just that I said you are a witch, and then you can be killed for that. So I wish today should start a process of teaching people not to take law into their hands, not to be a mob that would kill a person without even giving that a person an opportunity to explain himself or herself as to why was she there in that house on that day. She tried, but nobody was listening. She tried to give them her name. She tried to give them their phone numbers. They insulted her. They insulted even our granny, which was something that is uncalled for, and it should never be condoned. It should never be condoned. As a black child, you are raised to respect the elders, but these guys showed that they didn't even care about the elders, and they didn't want the person whom they claim that sent her there. All they wanted to do was her blood. They just wanted to kill her, and that's it.
Do you feel that if we had enough education about mental illness, we wouldn't be here today in this court today?
Yes, I think so. We wouldn't be here because people would understand that as the more you grow up, the more you develop dementia, the more you develop all these mental health conditions. So maybe we would be sensitive enough not to repeat what has happened. I mean, it's the first time in Soweto you see such an atrocious, barbaric act being put on a person.
Absolutely, Chabungwahid, thanks so much. Perhaps let's just wrap it up with two traditional healers. Earlier on when we spoke, Bomama le boletse ka taba gore ge le tsamaya go strateng le dula le tshogile kudu ge le epere diaparo tša bongaka.
Yebo kunjalo, singabathwali bendabuko njengoba kungumsebenzi wethu lona, manje sesisabela impilo zethu noma sesigqokile into zethu siyasaba ngoba singabantu lento eyenzakele kusasa izokwenzeka kimi. Akumelanga ukuthi ngithathe ukuthi ikude nami. Uma manje singabomakhosi kuzokwenzeka into ezinje, siyasaba, sisabela impilo zethu ngoba masibheka sibhekisisa njengoba manje singabalaphi bendabuko isintu sethu njengoba ugogo kuthiwe ingqondo, nathi angithi siyalapha mawukhula ingqondo yakho iyehla, unokwenza izinto ungazazi kwawena. Manje lento eyenzakele bese kuthiwa umuntu uyathakatha, kusho ukuthi manje sisabela nathi imigqoko yethu ukuthi kusasa kuyobe kuthiwa ngiyathakatha, ngithakathe bani ngani, ene isizwe esimnyama lesi manje sixhwasana sodwa, asimelani. Esicelayo sicela ukuthi umthetho udlale indima yawo. Umuntu makonile kufuneka jeziswe, uma kangonanga futhi uzawuphuma makangonanga, kodwa ibhlungu lento eyenzakele. Sicela umthetho usukume ngoba manje kwathina sajika lokho kwathiwa amanzi awekho, manje khona lokho asikwazi ukuthi umthetho usebenza kanjani. Sibuyile manje sicela umthetho usukume. Kubhlungu nasemndenini wakaSangweni kubhlungu, uma besibuka nathi bayakhumbula. Sicela ukuthi umthetho usebenze.
And my apologies, I should have greeted you in the way you know Thokoza. Thokoza Koko.
Thokoza ndodana.
And are you also sharing the same sentiments, the fear that is instilled in you every time you put on the traditional healers regalia, also sepela go strating?
Thokozani emakhosini, ngingomnye wabathwali bendabuko. Ewe sinoloyiko singabathwali bendabuko ngokomsebenzi wethu esiwenzayo. Sesiyasaba manje, sibamba igazi kakhulu kwisimo esenzekileyo komnye wekoligi yethu umama wakwaSangweni. Siyacela umthetho uthathe indawo yawo, udlale indima kakhulu kwisimo esenzekileyo ngoba ngoku singabathwali bemithi sihlukumezekile. And sihlukumezekile nje isilulazile kakhulu into enzakeleyo ngoba ngoku isibuyisele emva, kanti bese sisiya phambili ngoku singabathwali bendabuko ngoba masilapha funeka silaphe umphakathi, kufuneka uqondisise ukuthi singabalaphi bendabuko silusizo emphakathini. Asizanga ukuthi sizoba ngabantu ababi, asilaphi ngokokubi, silapha ngokokuhle, sinceda sona isizwe sabantu abamnyama. Siyacela umthetho uthathe indawo yawo ngoba ngoku lento eyenzakeleyo isihlukumeze kakhulu nje, ilulaza isimo sethu, isibuyisela phansi, iyasidegrade kakhulu. And singabantu singabaphathi, singabalaphi bendabuko, sibambisane, siphakame, silwele isizwe sabantu abamnyama. Impande bokhokho bethu zindlondlobale, sikhululeke nathi, abantu bakhululeke esibalaphayo, balapheke baphile. Indaba yokuthi sithukwe singabalaphi bendabuko, no, it's degrade kakhulu. Siyabonga. Thokozani.
It's a roll of the dice, Desiree. Any day could be their last. And theirs is a spiritual journey for which they've been damned. Once they are seen in the street wearing the traditional regalia, they are referred to as witches. Now, they are calling for this to stop. They are calling for the stereotyping and labeling to stop, because it is for that reason we are in this court this morning. Jostina Sangweni was wearing a bai, the traditional healer's regalia. As a result, she was then seen at Stranger's Gate and told that she was a witch, only to find later that she had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. She told them in that short video clip to say, "I thought somebody wanted to shoot me. That is why I wanted to hide in front of your gate." She kept on pleading with them. She kept on asking for forgiveness, but that was actually overlooked. Later we understand she was then set alight in that area in Piri, and she then died in hospital a week later. We expect the proceedings to start any time from now here at the Protea Magistrate's Court. We will bring you every detail as it happens.
Maakegeketla Mohlabe there, thank you so much for talking to us about that very all-important story about trying to understand mental illness and its effects.